Hello everyone, welcome back to the series on tenses. In today's lesson, what we are going to learn is present perfect tense. As I said earlier in the previous video, in English there are 12 types of tenses. Today we will learn all about present perfect tense. If you haven't watched the other videos like present tense, present continuous tense, the link will be given in the description box, alright? So do check it out. Hope you will find really useful. When it comes to present perfect tense, you have to remember three main uses and you have to remember the verb structure of present perfect tense. Alright, so coming to the point, what is the verb structure of present perfect tense? Just look at the first point, has or have plus V3. So what do I mean by V3? Past participle form of the verb. So here, moving on to the next one, uses. It is used to talk about an action that has been completed just now, to talk about the result or effect of the past action, and life experiences. So these are the three important uses you should remember when it comes to present perfect tense. Alright. So coming to the first one, an action that's been completed just now. Alright. I mean an action that's been completed in the recent past or immediate past. It could be 1 hour before or 2 hours before. Alright. To make you understand better, now imagine that a friend of yours is sincerely preparing for the forthcoming exam. Alright. So you accidentally spot your friend and both of you start discussing about a particular question. Your friend says that, oh, this question is quite difficult for me. I mean, to grasp the point. For this, you are like, hey, I have prepared this question just now. Okay, let me repeat, I have prepared this question just now. It's a really easier one, don't worry. Let me explain this. All right, so here notice the verb structure. What is it? Have prepared. I mean have form verb plus v3. I mean past participle form of the verb. You must have known about basic verb forms like walk, walked, walked, go, went, gone. All right, so things like that. So to talk about an action that has been completed just now, you could use present perfect tense. That's the first important concept that you should keep it in mind when it comes to present perfect tense. So let's get into the second use, to talk about the result or effect of the past action. Alright. So when we are speaking about the result, we end up using present perfect tense. Let's suppose that you want to catch a bus. So you are at bus stand. Someone is saying the bus has left. So again, notice the verb structure has left. I mean has plus V3. Here you are experiencing the result of the past action. Alright. So what's the second concept? Whenever we tend to talk about the result or effect of the past action, we end up using present perfect tense. That's the second important use that you should keep it in mind. Alright. So what is the first important use? To talk about an action that's been completed just now. And what is the second use? To talk about the result or effect of the past action. Alright. However, you have to remember one crucial thing here is that if you mention time like the bus has left at 7:30 p.m., that's incorrect. Alright, so whenever we are mentioning the exact time, do use simple past. The sentence would be like the bus left at 7:30 p.m. So remember this concept, alright. So what is the third use of present perfect tense? When we are speaking about life experiences, we end up using present perfect tense. Now, what do I mean by life experiences? Say, for example, have you ever read crime novels? Have you ever visited London? Have you ever eaten Russian food? Alright, so to talk about any life experiences, you could use this tense. Not only in question forms, but also in sentence forms like I have already watched this movie several times. I have been to Paris. I have never visited a foreign country. Maybe you have visited at any point of time in life. It doesn't matter. Here we are talking about your life experiences. We are not mentioning the exact time when it happened. Alright. So let's do a quick review. When could you use this tense? To talk about recent completed actions, to describe the result or effect of the past action, to experience, I mean to express life experiences. Remember these three usages, alright? Now let's learn how to form present perfect tense in a detailed way. Alright, for this I have divided this into three sections. What are they? Positive sentences, negative sentences, and question sentences. Let's go through each one step by step. First, let's see how to form positive sentences or positive forms by using present perfect tense. Again, what's the formula of this tense? Has or have plus past participle form of the verb. I mean V3. Always remember, present perfect tense means has or have plus V3. I mean past participle form of the verb. Okay. Well, what we are going to do is we will apply this formula. Alright, so let's take the same sentence that we did in the previous video. Alright, just look at the left side. What do you see? I, we, you, they, he, she, it. So they are all subjects. Basically, in English, all nouns and pronouns belong to the category of subjects. Subjects like I, we, you, they, we must choose have plus V3. On the other hand, if the subjects would be like he, she, it, select has plus V3. That's the most important rule that you should keep it in mind whenever you tend to form positive sentences in present perfect tense. Alright, so let's go through this. I have eaten bread, we have eaten bread, you have eaten bread, they have eaten bread, he has eaten bread, she has eaten bread, it has eaten bread. So that's how you end up using this positive forms. Alright, so if I say I have completed the work, we have completed the work, you have completed the work, they have completed the work, he has completed the work, she has completed the work, it has completed the work. So the concept that you have to remember here is that for I, we, you, they, you have to use have plus V3. For he, she, it, how would you use has plus V3? Alright, do remember this. Let's go to the negative forms. Let's take the same sentence, alright? I have eaten bread. Now, what happens in negative forms? All you can do is just add not, or you could shorten it like haven't. Here, subjects like I, we, you, they, you must use have not or haven't. Rather, he, she, it, you must use has not or hasn't. Alright, you can contract this. Let's go through this. I haven't eaten bread. We haven't eaten bread. You haven't eaten bread. They haven't eaten bread. He hasn't eaten bread. She hasn't eaten bread. It hasn't eaten bread. Now remember, for he, say it, there is always going to be a little different. Now let's get into the question forms. How to create questions or how to frame questions by using present perfect tense. Alright. So just look at the screen. What do you see? Let's go through this. Have I eaten bread? Have we eaten bread? Have you eaten bread? Have they eaten bread? Has he eaten bread? Has she eaten bread? Has it eaten bread? Here you have to do only one thing. What is that? What you have to do is just exchange the subject and the helping verb have. Whenever we tend to frame any type of questions, especially yes or no type, just exchange the subject and the verb. I mean, just use this verb interchangeably. Now, what are the keywords that we can use when it comes to present perfect tense? What are they? Already, just now, yet, never, ever, lately, before, earlier, till now, recently. Alright, so these are the keywords that you can use whenever you end up using present perfect tense. Do remember these keywords, it will be really helpful for you for your examinations. Alright, let's do a quick review. What is the point number 1? The verb structure of present perfect tense is has or have plus V3. Remember the point number 2? Present perfect tense can be used to talk about recent completed actions, to describe the result or effect of the past action, to express life experiences. So these are the 3 important uses that you could use when it comes to present perfect tense. Moving on to the third point, discussed about how to frame positive sentences, negative sentences, question sentences using present perfect tense. Then lastly, we talked about keywords. Alright, so that's it for today's lesson. I hope you got it clearly. I will be back with another informative video lesson. Until then, you stay motivated. Alright, thank you.